Hey guys, my buddy over at EDI PC Garage sent me this package. There's the 3070. I sold him about 6 of these, and he said that this one is not working, or at least it's not posting a display out. Now, I bought a lot of 3070s from miners, and I knew some of them were having issues with display outs. So we're gonna go ahead and check this one and make sure it works again, because it could just work for mining and not gaming. And it got me thinking, while I have most of the farm off, I should go through a lot of my 3070s and designate which ones can be sold to gamers and which ones can be sold to miners, so I don't have this issue. I realized that I had some issues on a rig with some 3070s, on 2 rigs actually, so I'm going to go through those as well. So in this video, we're going to go through 3070 testing, and I'm going to see how we end up. Alright, so we are at the bench area, which has just been redone, you know, like 4 times, but every time I redo it, I really like it. So we're going to test it, and I've decided I have a new system for making sure my GPUs work too, which I'll tell you about in a second. So it's booting up, showing about 22 watts, which means it's getting power. So if the internet works and this thing connects and everything works on this bench, which it should see this thing ramp up to like 100 something watts, and if it does, then I'll know it's mining, and I can check it in the GUI as well, but its displays don't work. So that means that this is a mining GPU, and what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to definitely differentiate between gaming and mining, because I'm going to sell the mining ones for a little bit less to miners, because frankly display ports don't really matter to them, and when you buy them for the price that I'm selling them for, you won't lose any money. Or frankly, I'll just keep these ones till the end, because I do want to keep about 24 of them, I think, just to have them. So maybe there'll be some of the ones that I keep. I want to show you guys as well that I've got a bunch of GPUs. This is a new test area, and I have this one here as well. And I need to go through all of these 3070s, as well as these 3070s right here, and some of them, and the 3060 Ti. So I'm going to actually go over all of these right now, and I'm going to see which ones work and which ones don't. I'm pretty sure all of these work, it's just whether they're gaming or for mining. And these ones with blue tags, they need to be repaired, and I'm going to start writing down the issues on them. I remember these ones. I was given these 3, and I bought this one for like 20 bucks. We're going to go do that right now. All right, so I want to go in a little bit more depth of how I'm testing these. I do want to actually show you the first one. I put works, no display, and when I mean no display, I honestly think the HDMI ports are just really dirty, or they need to be repaired, because like I said, they work. The great thing about this PMD and on this bench is even if I don't get a display, but I see how much power it should be drawing mining, aka about 121 watts for the flight sheet it's on right now, I'll be able to easily tell if it works or not. And because I have these monitors right here, I'm going to plug the display in. If I get a display, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them to the test bench inside. We're going to, do my normal benchmark suite where I stress it for a little bit just to make sure there's no issues. And I'm going to move it to gaming. I'm not going to film all of this. I just realized it's going to take forever. I mean, here alone, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I know that one works, 5, 6, 7, 8 GPUs. So I literally have 8 GPUs to test, 9 actually, because I've got a 3070 on the bench. So we're going to test these 9 first. All right, so this one has a problem. You can see the red light came on, and it's pulling between 0 and 1 watt, which means there's a short on one of the rails. I'm sure this one isn't actually a hard repair, but I can't obviously sell it in this condition. So look, I want to say that I've definitely done well on these 3070s, and you're going to lose a few of them occasionally. Now, these are all secondhand 3070s, and I had a power surge a few weeks ago that may have taken one of these out. When people say I need to buy batteries to keep my stuff on when I lose power, it's like thousands and thousands of dollars. And honestly, I've lost a total of 4 3070s since I've started. Just finished testing all of these, and here are the results, and they're pretty interesting / annoying. This one I showed you on video briefly. It has a short on somewhere because it's only getting like 0 to 1 volt. I'm pretty sure that's not a terrible fix. These 5 work as normal. I gotta clean the ports on this one a little better. These two are going to be just mining cards. The displays don't work, and I know that. I have some of them that are like that. So those will go to miners. These ones can go to gamers or miners. These four used to work. Now, I knew two of them had issues. These all show up as 24 watts on the power measurement device, when the rest of them show up as 15 when they work, and that one showed up as 1. So something's wrong with these ones. I'm not sure what it is. The system's turning on and it's not recognizing them. But they all have the same exact issue. I'm gonna try to find a repair guy and see if I can get these repaired. See how much they cost to be repaired. This happens. I know people say that I should get, you know, one of those battery backups where when you have a surge, the power doesn't automatically shut off. But honestly, with how expensive they are and how these aren't worth that much anymore, and I've made my money back on all of them. And honestly, it is what it is if they go down. But I'm hoping that if I put a little bit of money in them, I could get them repaired. I mean, I probably could figure it out by myself, but frankly, time is of the essence for me in my life. And I think I'd rather just sub them out so I could repair them and then get them listed for sale. So these are the first ones. I've got those two other cases that have some GPUs that are being wonky. I'm going to take them. I'm going to take 8 out of one of the cases. What I think I'm going to do is, I think if I get more mining only GPUs, from my tests, I'm going to put them back in the benches or the rigs and keep them, and the ones that work for gaming and mining are the ones that I'm going to sell, and obviously these ones are going to go back over here on the repair pile. We're going to move these back to where they go, and we're going to go bring another rig out to test. Alright, here's that 3070 rig that I told you I had 2 GPUs that were being weird. So we're going to pull all these out, and we're going to test them all because I want to see where I stand with this one. When I did turn my farm back on for a little bit, everything worked except for this case. I had 2 that weren't working and 1 that wasn't working in another case. So we're going to go through those 2 cases and we're going to see what works and what doesn't. Alright, so they're all in here. Again, the goal real quick is to run through these, find out if any aren't working. And again, I don't really care if it's gaming or mining. Like I said, I'm going to keep 24 of these out of, I think I have like 63 or 64 left. I'm going to keep about 24 of them, 2 12-card rigs. So it shouldn't be a problem having a bunch of mining only ones, as they'll be a lot easier to sell during the bull run. You know, my reputation is everything to me. That's why I'm able to make the deals that I am on a lot of different sites. So I'm very transparent and upfront about what you're getting when you buy a GPU from me. A lot of people can attest to that. So we're going to go ahead and get all these tested, and we'll see where we stand now. So we've got these tested. 2 are mining only. 2 are good for gaming. 1 needs the display port clean, and I think it'll be just fine. This one is dead. Ramps up to 38 watts when I try to start the miner, and the fans go loud. Something's wrong with this one, and it's in pretty bad shape. So I'm not surprised. It might not even be worth fixing. This one has the same issue as all of those other ones in that big batch. And then this one I'm going to play with. It's not... I don't know, it's overclocking funny. I knew there were 2 bad ones in this batch. I didn't think there were 3, so I gotta play with this one, and I'm probably gonna take it to my bench. But I know these 2 are bad, and these 5 are good. So we're gonna start separating them again into piles, and then I've decided to push back my schedule. I wanna go through more of these, because if I have a big batch of them that I can repair, maybe I can send them out to a repair guy, and maybe I can figure out a deal that makes it worth both of our times. So we're going to go ahead and organize these now, and we're going to go open up the R8 server case, the GPU risers one, because I had 1 or 2 that were weird in there. We're going to test all those, and all the other ones and all the other server cases worked just fine. So, I mean, obviously some are going to be for gaming and some are going to be for mining, but I want to figure out what I want to do with this batch first, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so this one had 7 GPUs, 6 were working just fine. So I'm going to do the quest to find the messed up one in this one. And there's also a 3060 Ti floating somewhere in this one, which is annoying the living crap out of me. It's labeled as a 3070 though. We're going to play Find That GPU as well. And once we get all of these out, then we're going to figure out, I know I have enough mining GPUs, I'm sure, to populate one of these. So I'm probably going to populate this one. Hopefully a lot of these are gaming specific so I can sell them to gamers. Alright, the day continues. We have 7 more to test. We'll see how many of them have issues. I think I have an issue with 1. We'll see. Also, I'm not convinced that these ones with the question marks, 2, 4, 5, are entirely dead. These 2 are 100% dead. What I think I'm going to probably do is probably put these in a mining rig, like an empty server case, since I'm going to have one. Put it over here and try to mine with it, because I do have 240 on this test bench. Thank goodness. So let's start testing these, and the long road's going to continue. You are the 3060 Ti. I have a mislabeled EVGA 3070 that's really a 3060 Ti, and it's been driving me mad, and I finally found it. I've just never taken the time to really look for it, so I'm gonna put a piece of tape over this. Mining only GPU. Quick side note, back to testing. Told you guys I had one bad GPU in this rig. There it is. You see the red light? 0 watts. So power's not getting to, I would guess, one of the rails. So that needs to get fixed, but I'm glad to know that that's here. All right, back to testing. So this was the last problematic one. 2 that need to be repaired. 3 that display everything works good. And then 2 that are mining only. Let's organize the piles. And I basically done testing, but there's one more thing I want to do. These 6 are going back in a server case. They're mining only. This one needs work. I need to make sure, see if it's dead or not. These 4 are dead. They're getting put in the dead pile. These 5, I'm not sure about. I actually think they're alive, but I got to do some more testing. So I'm going to bring an empty server case in here and use it. And then we've got these 2 that need to have their ports cleaned to determine whether or not they're gaming GPUs or not. The ports were a little wonky, so usually if I clean them, they work just fine. So I got to do a little more testing on those, but they're either gaming or mining. And then these 7 can sell to gamers, which is nice. So overall, if I were to lose 9 of them, that would stink. But this is 9 out of, like, I think it's like 70 some overall. I've lost maybe 4 since I've started mining, honestly, so that's not bad at all. And I don't know, you know, depending on how much these are to repair, maybe I'll try to salvage them. But I want to go back over these. I want to do one more quick round of testing on these. Absolute favorite part of this bench is how much room I have. You see the original bench that I was testing everything on? Well, now I've got enough room for the server cases, R8 I'm tossing up here, plus all the other GPUs and some other projects over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 at a time. We got this hooked up into an HDMI port. Basically, I'm going to turn this on and I'm going to start mining on it. I feel like they might show up in the rig, and if these show up and I really only lost these 4, then this would be a huge boom. Obviously, these will be mining only, and I'll probably keep them until the very end if they're wonky, because like, you figure if everything goes crazy and say 3070s go up to like 350 bucks, 350 bucks in the bull run, I'll sell these for like 275. Like, I'll make them cheaper and be like, look, this is what you're gonna get, but you know, there's a risk. As I said, I always like to be honest. So we're gonna go ahead and test these right now, and I'll come back to you with the results. Now both of these are mining and they work, but this one is really clean, so I don't know why the display isn't working. I want to take this one and I'm going to put it in my real bench. I want to test the display out to see why this one should be, because this one's like a brand new, not beat up. Not brand new, but I'm the original owner, so I don't know what's wrong with this one. But they're both mining, so they're not dead. So that's a good thing. And that fan is really scary. So we're going to shut these down. We're going to go test the last one. So this one works and it's mining, and I'm also the original owner of this one, so I don't know why it's not displaying. So I've got 4 cards I need to play with the display. We're going to go ahead and turn this off. But this is good. Today was a good day. I mean, we've got the highs, we've got the lows. Look, I expected some. Whoa! Ramping up loud. Look, I expected some GPUs to die, right? I got 4 that died. I originally thought I had 10. It's more like 4.5. So this will be its own video. But anyway, and then I thought I lost another 5, but they're not dead, which is nice. And these 12 are basically mining only. You know, maybe when I'm to the point of selling them, I'll actually give one more go at getting these displays working. But these are all going to go back into server case that's outside. I've got to replace this fan and the R8 and maybe try to secure this motherboard a little more. It's kind of scary how it just floats around. But anyway, guys, I tested 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I tested 25 GPUs and I only lost 4.5. And I know the rest of them in the shed are good because I had no problems. Whew! It's hot, but it's been a good day. I didn't lose as many as I thought, and overall I'm okay with it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you found it entertaining, and maybe you learned something. A good testing area is important. It's hot in here. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Look for more content on these GPUs on a later date. Krootman is out.